It's fucking hot. Anyway, well, and that's a nice welcome to you all. Welcome to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast, NWA Power review. Finally, we can get this done. It wouldn't be NWA Power without my illustrious co-host, the uncle, well, not uncle, actually, not as hot in ways anyway. Miss Fiona Lochran. Evening, Fee.
Evening, not as hot as you've got it. It's about 24 maybe here. I am sitting on my floor because it's cool. And yes, I am actually wearing clothes.
Fiona Lochran with already disappointing the male folk. Obviously a few hours away from Scotland as well, Fee.
I know, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
really excited actually. I'm looking forward to it. I have my flag here. Woohoo. Big Brazil
Yeah.
game tonight, but it's on dead late and I have to get up for early for work tomorrow, so I don't know if I managed to watch the whole thing.
I don't think I'll be watching it, and not because it's Scotland. I just again, it's right. It's on late, so it's.
Yeah.
I did see someone on Twitter ask Danhausen to curse Brazil.
Please do. Please
Please
do.
do. Anyway, look, we've got so look, we're kind of not going to rush through this, but we do have other things that later on. Literally, as we finish this, we are going to be interviewing the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, through Willie Silas Mason. So we're
I'm so excited.
it should be a good one. Before we get on to power, we do need to quickly talk. Look, some news today that broke about the NWA. So they've now got a new streaming partner, which is Tubi, I think it's called, a Tubi, whatever you want to call it.
To be, I
Uh,
think. I don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce it.
which is going to be the home of on-demand power. So from what I gather, it's going to air on Saturdays on Comet. If you can't watch it on Comet on a Saturday, it's going to be uploaded on a Thursday, I believe, to Tubi.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Comet will still upload it earlier. I don't know. We don't know the gist of how it's going to work. But obviously, look, the more eyes on NWA, the better. But it could affect us a little bit in terms of how we can watch how we're going to review the show.
Yeah, very much so. Because obviously, if it's on Thursday, if it's not uploaded till later on Thursday, obviously I've got the commitment of the kids and then shows at the weekend. We'll figure something out. But a friend of mine actually pointed out something quite good. As well as NWA on Tubi, NXT season 16's on there just now.
Yeah,
And I believe some AEW is on there as well.
yeah, it is.
So if there's already wrestling fans watching NXT and watching AEW, they're going to stumble hopefully across NWA, and it might really give the NWA a boost. So that's actually quite exciting. I'm
Yeah,
just hoping that the back catalogue from NWA will be there.
yeah, that would be good. I'd like to see some of the old stuff, as you always mention that I've missed out on that, so it'd be good to see that.
I've I've heard rumors that it's going to be a little bit like Wrestling Central was on Roku.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of kind of older stuff on there as well. Now I don't know how far the back catalogue will go. I'm not sure if it'll be pre-COVID or not. I have no idea.
Well, as we always say on this show, watch this space, right? When it comes to NWA.
Indeed,
But
indeed.
positive, really, that they're going, they got another deal, which again, reach more of an audience. I mean, the ratings weren't exactly bad on Comet, let's be
No, not at
honest.
all.
So anyway, it can only be a good thing.
And I
Um,
know, just really quickly, I know that in the UK you can get Tubi on Roku, but I don't know where else you can get it. But I know I could get it on my Roku stick.
well, that's a good thing. Hopefully we don't need any more VPNs and all that drama. I
They're
will
going to
watch on
ban them in the
Saturdays.
UK soon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Roku's got bought out, right? Did you see that? Roku's been purchased, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
um, I'm watching as many Saturdays live as I can. That's my thing on it. Obviously, it's a big pay-per-view weekend as well this weekend. Three pay-per-views, one on Saturday, two on Sunday. So lots of wrestling going on. But look, let's go on with it. Power this week actually started with our world heavyweight champion, the Thrill Man himself. Look, they're always talking about Kerry Morton, and his thing is he's going to whip his ass, basically, and he's going to shove his size 16 straight up his pampered little backside, was what he
Yeah.
said.
I think he forgot that he had El Dragon Niha this week, though.
He might have done, to be fair. Or was he overlooking El Dragon Niha? Now, we must stress, we said we've got the world heavyweight champion on the show. Now, we did say that his name was Thrillbilly, but we haven't quite got through power yet. So just bear in mind that we may be eating our words in a bit later on in the show. Poor slime balls.
I felt really bad for them. They were so upset.
This
Evil,
is
horrible Carson.
yeah. This is getting. I mean, we had Aaron on last
This is
week.
victimization.
Yeah, slime balls wouldn't have a clue what that meant.
This is true. It's a big word.
To be they're banned from the podcast. Carson's podcast, that is. They're always welcome here. Let's
Absolutely.
let
I'm
they're
still sad I
all
missed that one.
yeah, that was a great one. They're always welcome on this show. Going towards Fee, and I don't know because we don't know what's happening at 78. We don't know what happened at Hard Times. But are we going to perhaps to a match with maybe Carson and Aaron versus the Slime Balls at
That could be fun.
just thinking about that. It's, again, I want to read when I'm going through these things always pop into my head, and I just wonder whether we could see that.
That could be fun. And I think Carson and Aaron will underestimate them despite the fact that they are the US Tag Team Champions.
The presidents for you.
Presidents of the USA Tag Team Champions.
Indeed. Well, we'll see. That's just coming through my thought coming into my head. We don't know what's going on at NWA 78. One of the questions I'd like to ask Philbilly is, assuming he's champion going into 78, because we don't know that, who would he like to face? And I'm going to give him two options. I'm going to give him a member of the NWA roster, and I'm going to say an outsider. So that's the question I'm going to ask Philbilly
Okay.
a bit later on in our half hour we have with the Frill Man in a little while. Anyway, action though on Power starts with Kerry, Boo Kerry, as we like to say,
Okay.
against Vin Parker, who I've never seen before, but my God, he was impressive.
Yeah, I was just about to say exactly the same thing. No idea who Vin Parker is. Honestly, apologies if you are watching this. I'm sorry, I did not know who you were. You showed up.
God, didn't he? He was trained by Dustin Rhodes at the Rhodes Wrestling Academy, which we know Devi and Kane Carter was two
Yeah,
members of that. Jesus, if these guys are coming out of the Rose, we're talking about the wrestling doing partnerships. I think NWA need to get in there with the Rose Wrestling Academy.
absolutely. That would be another potentially another NWA tie-in in Texas, though, eh? Which is not
Yeah,
necessarily a bad thing. It's a huge state, remember? So
yeah. I tell you, some of the chain wrestling in this as well was just,
I really liked that because they went straight to the mat.
yeah, they didn't waste any time going straight. I
Mm-mm.
really, because we see these type matches and you think, oh yeah, Kerry's going to win, which he did, but it weren't as straightforward as it meant. And
Mm-mm-mm.
this
Kerry
was
had
a
his work
real
cut
good.
out.
I don't know. We know that Aston Ray is signed. Obviously, he's signed with the NWA. That was one of the new ones that I spoke to recently. And if Vin Parker isn't signed, I think Billy might have to sort that out pretty quickly.
I would definitely have eyes on him, that's for sure.
What a great man. I mean, what a great way to start Power. The kiss it goodbye. Obviously, Kerry does pick up the victory, which look, we knew that Kerry was going to, it was obvious. Look, so he's going on to wrestle Phil Billy at Hard Times. You generally don't lose these matches, but even in defeat, Vin Parker can hold his head up high coming out of this.
100%. Well impressed. Would like to see more.
Yeah, without a doubt. I hope that he is back in NWA television. I wanted to pose a question to you quickly, Fee, and it's a question not a question I'm gonna ask Phil Billy, but a fact. And I just wanted to double check this because we're going to talk about the Southern Six, and we're
Hmm.
going to talk about the dissension that started back in the Jack's Dane. They've got an earthquake there. Scotland ain't
Yeah,
scored yet.
sorry.
Let's just say Scotland haven't scored yet. Um, we're going to go back to the Jack's Dane when we have a discussion with Phil, because if I'm right, Kerry Morton practically, although it was Colby Carino that got the win, he basically was the last person. Well, Colby Carino, I think, was the last person to pin Silas Mason 1, 2, 3. Like, I don't recall him losing another match, not by pinfall.
Off the top of my head, I cannot say yay or nay to that. I would have to have a. I think you might be right.
Yeah,
I'm just racking my brain just now, and I think you might be right.
I don't recall him losing 1, 2. I'm not saying he didn't lose by DQ or count out or whatever
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
else.
But a clean pin win.
Yeah, and that was because of Kerry Morton. So anyway, it's just a
Mm.
fact I'm going to present Silas with a bit later on. I wanted to run by you just in case you're like, no, he lost to so and so
No, no, no.
clean,
I
but I
will
don't
double check
recall.
that one. I will
Yeah,
fact check that one for you.
thanks. That'd be good. Brandon McCord, and I mean, he's got a collection there, hasn't he? Of
Of misfits.
misfits, as misery, misfits. In there, and he said he's going to get more gold in the future. But they need them to believe in each other if they're going to win more gold. Do you think they're going to win more gold?
I don't know, man. I was impressed with Bones last week.
I did like Bones. That was a very, I mean, Aaron Stevens again was with us last week, and he was very complimentary of
And
Bones.
then and then we saw someone later on in this show that I was going, you'd be a great fit for them. And you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
I know who you mean. I do know who you mean
We
on
will
that.
get to that, but
That will, yes. Well,
I
yeah,
can see that collective, or what did he call them again?
the collective.
The collective, yeah. I could see that potentially growing a little bit.
Well, isn't that who we've got next? If it's who I'm thinking of, she takes on
Yes.
Tiffany Neves, right?
Well, why don't we just talk about her then?
Right, coming up right now. Tiffany Neves. Now, speaking of Tiffany Neves, this coming Monday, La Princesa will join us to talk all things
I'm
NBA.
a little bit scared about that one.
She's pissed off with me because in my on the thumbnail, although I mentioned it in the tweet or the announcement, in the thumbnail I didn't say La Princesa.
Oh dear.
So we've got some
Oh dear.
issues there. But you're talking about Gina
Je
Sayes
ne sais
quoi?
quoi. Je ne
Gina
sais
say
quoi.
fuck me. I should have think about this, shouldn't I? Gina say quoi?
Je ne sais quoi.
Gina say quoi? Yes, a combination of Max the Impaler.
Yes. Good. I thought it was just me. Yes.
Yeah, not in terms of size, in terms of makeup and look.
Mm-hmm.
Max was a lot bigger built than Gina Sequa, but she did try to have play mind games on La Princesa, but it didn't quite work.
No. But a good first outing for her in the
Hey,
end.
there was a lot of good first outings this week. We'll get into another one shortly, or a couple shortly in this. But look, another great finish. I love a great name for finishes. The Royal Seat. That's up there with the Green Whistle and the Thrill Ride for names.
Absolutely.
That I like. Look, again, we was never expecting Tiffany to lose this. This was a bit more comprehensively with Tiffany, albeit with a little bit of trouble, but not as much as Kerry Morton was in that first contest.
No, not at all.
But Gina Sequoia is an interesting one. You said the collective, it definitely suits that mold when you look at Misery. Is it Gilbert? Is it
Gilbert,
Gas?
yeah.
Gilbert and Bones. Gina Sequoia mixes very well with those people. So maybe Brandon McCall needs to have a little chat with Gina Sequoia. But again, the women's division could do with a little refresh, a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're going through that period of time where the junior heavyweight division's kind of got that look. We'll go into that in a minute. That's kind of refreshing a little bit. I think even the men's side of things could do with a little bit of a refresh, maybe even a rejig.
But then you're bringing folk in for these shows that we've not seen before, and there's a few new faces. The
Yeah.
next match coming up had some new faces as well, although I have seen them wrestle. So
Yes, we'll get into that. But before that, Aaron was giving Slade a pep talk, and Legursky, he's, he's another one like the slime balls, isn't he? Like,
he is, he is. Legursky knows the FOC want him, and the FOC love him.
yes. Um, he just causes Stevens' coat brush to break.
Yeah, that maybe wasn't the wisest move.
You don't break the brush, Wrecking Ball. He's like a big teddy bear, isn't he?
He is, he really is.
But he's rubbing them up the wrong way.
But
Or,
I swear to God, if they let him in before the slime balls, I'm going to be pissed.
well, I was just going back to that. I was thinking, does it end up a six-person and the Slime Balls team with Wrecking Ball Legursky
Oh, that would be class. I'd
against
love
Aaron,
that. I'd be
Aaron,
all over that.
maybe Mondo instead of Slade, because Slade should really face somebody for the junior heavyweight. I know Mondo's the national champion, but Aaron, Carson, Mondo, Slime Balls, and Wrecking Ball.
Oh, I'd be down for that as a six man, 100%.
I would like that. I would definitely like that. I think we need to do that. I think that needs to happen. Make it happen, Billy. If two or three lovable characters that the FOC have issue with, and well, we did ask Aaron if why Carson is there when he hasn't won the championship, and he did answer that question. So,
He kind of sidestepped that a little bit, didn't he?
well. I wasn't trying to get us in any more trouble than I'm in with Tiffany Nieves. But you may have just done that for us. Well, well, we'll see. By the way, Power aired on my birthday. That was a slight aside. Thank you
That
thanks
was a good
Rosie as
birthday
well
present.
for the guys sent. Okay, look, back to action. And this was Slade's submission challenge, right?
Challenge, yeah. So the winner of this match would go on to face Slade literally straight after. So whoever wins this was in for a rough ride.
Yeah, whoever kind of drew the short straw. Obviously, Hayden Backlund was in there. Terry
Always good to
Yaki,
see him.
yes, Terry Yaki and Jay Lucas. All right.
Yeah, who are the KFW Tag Team Champions.
So you'd seen them when you went out.
I did indeed.
And
I
we'd
did
seen
indeed.
Hayden Backlund previously on Power. He's not a stranger to Power.
No,
This was
he's not.
good. I like this. I liked all three of them actually in
Yeah.
this. I thought this was a really good, strong outing. My big surprise, maybe it's not a surprise, because didn't Hayden Backlund win a match before when he took on Slade straight away?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that did happen some time ago. I could be wrong on that. Again, maybe one to fact check, as we say. But it wasn't Hayden that won this. It was Teriyaki,
It
Aki,
was indeed. It was indeed. And he
which
pinned Backlund to get the win.
he did pin Backlund to get the win, which was quite impressive for me. I wasn't expecting this. I was seriously expecting Hayden to win this again. So
I
it kind
think
of,
I probably was as well, just for the fact that we're a bit more familiar with Hayden.
yeah, that's it. And that's the other reason, because I thought, oh, Hayden, I looked at that match, I was like, oh, Hayden's winning this. But then about a little bit way through, I was like, but I'm sure Hayden's fought Slade before
Yeah.
in exactly the same situation. But anyway, it was Terry Yaki that won the match. Terry Yaki. I just got it. Fucking hell.
You're a bit slow on the uptake, mate.
Oh my God. I didn't get the je ne sais quoi and I didn't get teriyaki.
It's not a good Thursday for or Wednesday, sorry for you.
Who makes up this shit? Like, honestly. um, so he take on Slade, and well, to say the least, Slade made him tap.
He did make him tap. But you know what? He had a good start. He tried his damnedest.
He did. He absolutely did. But Slade does get the job done in this. Quite, not convincingly. He does make him tap like he said he was. Who
And
beat?
sensibly, sorry, just to interrupt, sensibly he tapped very quickly. If I was in that position, I would tap as quick as possible.
Yeah,
You
I
don't want to do any additional damage.
no, you definitely don't. Who beat Slade for that championship?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
Would it be somebody new to the NWA, or is there somebody? Fenrir for me seems the obvious choice.
I think that could be potentially be a really, really good match.
Again, I'm sure that Fenrir has fought um, Slade before, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to beat him this time.
Yeah.
It just means that he was unlucky the first time. But yeah, I really feel that like Slade Slade and Fenrir seems the obvious choice. I think he might lose it at 78. I
Has
think
he had a match announced for 78 yet?
knows no matches announced for 78. Who is there?
Okay.
Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Kerry Morton and Colby Carino has been announced for 78.
Okay.
Which, yeah, so I think that everyone else I don't think has.
Okay.
Anyway, we go back to the wrestling school.
We do. We do.
Never bitch about Billy. I mean, if you're
You
gonna
gotta wonder what goes through Papa Joe's head sometimes.
not a lot. Oh, so probably rattles. By the
Would the
way,
three of them not wanting to come on the podcast?
they do. Uh,
Yeah, I would play it safe, Adam.
I'll see. I'll see. I know I'm in trouble when you call me Adam. That's always a thing, right? Everyone calls me Ad, but if I'm in trouble, I'm Adam. So that's
I don't think I've ever called you Ad.
nah.
Yeah, I always call you Adam.
There's other words that
Maybe
I'm
you're always in trouble.
With you, I don't doubt it. But yeah, so the Kazanas do. But look, they did bitch about Billy. He did come in, and that conversation changed pretty quickly
It did indeed.
at that point. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Where's that court case going on that them two are still on? Is that still going on? Is that something that
I think that's another forgotten in the annals of time and in NWA.
joins only slams, doesn't it?
And Cooking with Carson and all the
Well, at least
other
they
harebrained
mention.
schemes that have
Well, at
come
least
and disappeared.
they mention Cooking with Cars. They say he's a chef. Well, Danny's Dills said it in the last couple of weeks.
Anyone's a chef if they can cook a slice of toast.
I don't know if he could do that, to be honest with you. But no, we'll find out. Surely that will come. I did think they mentioned it the other week, actually, about the court case. I'm pretty sure that they did. But again, it has disappeared into the annals of NWA files, along with come.
It's like the X-Files
Well,
gone.
it's the same thing about Kylie and Kat. I know they're still. I know they're tag champions now, but there was that issue with Hunter, who's
Yeah, yeah, that's a very, very fair point. Like Hunter's disappeared.
yeah, he's gone. He's
Hmm.
now gone. Yeah, interesting. Well, anyway,
Big black hole.
yeah, yeah. We say the NWA. They could make a season of the called the NWA files, couldn't they? The lost storylines.
I'd love that.
There you go, everybody. Any NWA fan out there wants to create that? I haven't seen them all, so I don't know what else they've lost. So, but here we go. Look, we're getting to our boy now, the main event, the man that we're going to be speaking to very, very shortly. Thrillbilly Silas Mason against El Dragon Niha. I wasn't looking forward to this, and I'll be the and I didn't enjoy it. I have to be honest.
I know you're not Nian's biggest fan.
I'm not. I just don't think. I mean, again, I'm not the only one by the sounds of it. We've seen some posts on social media,
Yeah.
people kind of agreeing with this. I Thrillbilly against a big guy is fine in a lot. When he's facing someone like Latimer,
Hmm.
it's fine. And I don't want to see Latimer. I'm sure didn't El Dragon face Latimer once?
At one point, yeah. And then they
Yeah.
became tag teams.
And I shat all over that match and all, didn't I? If
You
I remember
did.
rightly. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Philbilly and Latimer works perfectly. Philbilly against some other big guys work perfectly, but not this guy. I mean, I don't know, Fee. What did you make of it?
It was okay. I've
Mm,
seen better World Championship matches. I think they did the no. Silas did the best with what he had.
yes, and he did do the thrill ride.
He did. Although he looked like he struggled to lift him.
Yeah,
He didn't get the usual elevation on it that he does, or the
no,
usual momentum on it.
no, it wasn't the bit. It wasn't. We've seen better thrill rides, haven't we? Let's be honest. We have seen better thrill rides. Yeah, I don't know what's in. I don't know what in the future is for Old Dragon. NWA seem to like him.
They do, and they don't have a lot of bigger guys that kind of size at the moment. So maybe that's why.
Mm,
And I have seen, I know we'd shared a couple of posts earlier, but there was some people that I saw online absolutely raving about him and
really?
saying, "Oh, he's capable of this, he's capable of that." I just, I don't know. I don't dislike him, but I'm not sold on him yet.
Yeah, yeah. Look, maybe it's just not one of those things where in some companies he can do these great moves because they allow him to. There is that kind of you've got to work a certain way, or I don't think. Although I don't think NWA would have that limitation on talent.
No.
They certainly wouldn't. They don't come across that way anyway.
Mm.
But maybe we just haven't seen the best of him. Maybe that is the case. Hopefully, because look, I want everyone to succeed. It's not a bad thing. I just haven't been a fan of what he's done. His work in the NWA thus far. Anyway,
That's fair.
there's room. Look, it could happen. It could next couple of weeks when we next see him, he could have a great match.
You just never
And
know.
we just don't know. We just don't know. But that was NWA this week. Lots of good stuff happened in there. It's always good to see the champ. And I still like the fact that we're seeing more storylines in the
Yeah,
NWA. That's one thing I am looking forward to. But
they've definitely upped their game on that front.
they did. They certainly have. But on a slight side, your National Wrestling League kicked off or whatever this week, didn't it?
It did. We kicked off. We had our pre-season launch on Sunday in Middlesbrough. It was batshit crazy, and I loved every second of it. Um, I football and wrestling collide, and that's all I'm going to kind of say because there's red cards involved, the yellow cards involved. The ring is green and white like a football pitch.
Amazing.
Each wrestler has a manager or a coach alongside them. There's teams, there's the Northern Outlaws, there's the Glasgow Hitmen, there's the Manchester Maniacs, the London Executioners, the Midland. I've forgotten what the name of the Midland team is. That's terrible.
I will say the London Executioners has a former hit in the turnbuckle champion in their team.
I met, was that Mr. Smashing Mike?
Oh, yes.
So I met him and his tag partner on
Levi Muir.
Sunday. They were phenomenal. They were absolutely brilliant. They have Prince Amin
Mhm.
um, as their manager, who I have not seen in 10 years since the What
Wow.
Culture days. It was very much like a WCPW reunion for me, which was so, so cool because I hadn't seen Prince Amin in literally 10 years since the last time we had a WCPW show. Um, it was great. I am super, super excited for the rest of the cities to see what it's all about.
And for those of you that want to know more about the National Wrestling League, coming up in July, I'll be interviewing the brains behind it.
Or at least
Finally,
part of the brains behind it.
part of the brains behind it. Sorry, I will rephrase. Yeah. Finally, I've got the man on, which is the wonderful Kenny McIntosh will be coming
My
on.
boy.
Your boy will be coming on the show to talk to me. Yeah, really very much looking forward to speaking with Kenny. It's not the only person we've got coming on. We've mentioned Frill. We've mentioned La Princesa before I get in trouble again. Now I'm going to throw a couple of more names out there. Kira Hogan,
Nice.
Joe Gacy,
Ooh.
Matt Riddle.
You're going to be a busy bee, Adam.
Adam again. I am going to be.
You are. It says Adam on the screen.
It
Look.
it doesn't. Mine doesn't say anything.
Well, to me, I am currently reading Adam Cousins hitting the turnbuckle underneath you. So
Yeah, I
you are
need to.
Adam.
I need to change that actually
It's
to
funny. I'm really funny with people. If you introduce yourself to me as that name, that's what I'm going to call you. So if someone introduces me, say someone introduces me as Andrew, I'm going to call them Andrew. But
did
then
I
everyone else will call them Andy.
did I introduce myself as Adam Cousins hitting the turnbuckle?
No, but you introduce yourself as Adam.
I know. Yeah, that is true. I am. That is well, it is my name. Let's be fair. That is my. What is it they call it now? The government name. Is that what they call it when they do
Oh,
these
yeah,
wrestling
your government
documentaries?
name. That's when you know
Well,
you're in trouble.
yeah, that is when you know you're in trouble. But look, great episode of Power. Look, we'll get it watched next week at some stage. I should be able to watch it live this coming Saturday.
When does the Tubi thing kick off?
They've not announced it yet.
Okay.
My assumption will be 78, or it could
I
be at
am
all hard
not
times.
I am not wrestling on Saturday, so I may actually be home unless I do something wild, like go out on Saturday night and do something non-wrestling.
Well, you could do. You could do. Night of Champions is on as well. Saturday.
Yeah, I'll probably not be up for that.
Early. No, what do you mean? It's on early.
Is it?
In
Ooh.
Saudi. It's on at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
Finishes and
well,
Powers on. That's how I look at it.
maybe I will watch it.
Anyway, we'll watch it next week, and I gather we'll be back here next week.
We will be, indeed.
In that case, follow us at HTT Buckle everywhere, and we'll be back very, very soon with the Frill Billy himself. Silas Mason will be joining us. That'll be
And I'll
out
be
in a
better dressed next time.
yeah, to the disappointment of everybody again. Anyway, for Miss Fiona Lochran, I've been your host, Adam Cousins. You've been watching Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. Follow us everywhere, HTT Buckle. And until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and good night.